Hello YouTube, and on today's video I'm going to be going over my top 5 games of 2019. So, kind of just a heads up, you guys might be wondering why it's only a top 5, and the reason why is because I played a decent amount of games from 2019, but the problem was that I didn't beat or I can't really remember a lot of games from 2019. Like, I'm not saying 2019 was some awful year for gaming. I'm just saying I don't remember a lot of games from 2019. So, yeah. So that's kind of why some things are in here and whatnot and everything like that. But what I did play, and I remember playing it and beating it and everything, I really liked. So, you know, let's figure these things out, you guys.
Number 5.
Alright, so in at number 5 is Atelier Ryza. So, okay, full disclosure, I didn't beat this game. So, it's an RPG. I don't beat a ton of RPGs, but I really liked Atelier Ryza, and it was between this and Trover Saves the Universe for, like, games from 2019 that I remembered playing. And, okay, so I beat Trover, but, like, this game is way better than Trover, so I went with this game. I think it's a better choice. I don't know. Maybe I'm making the wrong choice because I didn't actually beat it, but nevertheless, it's my list and I make the rules. So, Atelier Ryza is a turn-based Japanese role-playing game where you play as this girl named Ryza. I'm not going to get too into the story, but just know you're trying to become an alchemist and leave your home island, I believe. This game is really relaxing. That's the big thing about this game, is that it's just super relaxing. It's a super chill, mellow game to play. The other thing that I really like about Atelier Ryza is that it's just really graphically beautiful for the Nintendo Switch. Like, it really surprised me how well this game looks on the hardware, mostly because it runs at a very steady or very solid 30 frames per second, which just added in more to, like, the surprise when you consider that, like, some Switch ports of PS4 games like MKX run like trash. But yeah, so Atelier Ryza is number 5. Could have been a little higher had I actually beaten it, but you know.
Number 4.
Alright, so in at number 4 is Sin and Punishment. Okay, so I already hear more people screaming in the comments. This game is from the year 2000. This is a retro game, but so this is my list, and I make the rules, like I said. And Sin and Punishment, if I were just ranking these games in terms of the most fun and everything that I had, Sin and Punishment would probably be number 1. Sin and Punishment is the most absolute fun video game I have played in such an incredibly long amount of time. It was so dang awesome. I seriously played through this game like 10 times this year. Like, it would come to the point earlier this year, not earlier this year, but still, where when I get bored, I just kind of pop this game in and start playing it. It's so awesome. But my one complaint with this game is that it's a little too hard for me, honestly speaking. Like, I don't know, some of the bosses are just a little too easy to mess up, in my opinion. But, you know, overall, still a really fantastic game. I think it's my new favorite Nintendo 64 game, but I'm putting it in at number 4, so that way it's not too high, even though, like, number 4 is still pretty high. Nonetheless, fantastic freaking game. Highly recommend it.
Number 3.
So in at number 3 is Bloodstained: Ritual of the Night. So Bloodstained is a Metroidvania 2.5D style with really nice 3D graphics. I really love the art style toward this game. Actually, the art style is the entire reason why I picked it up, because if it was a 16-bit or, you know, 8-bit style Metroidvania game, I would not have played it, because I don't care to play that style Metroidvania anymore. I just think that those are the absolute laziest indie games on the market today. But this, with the, like, 2.5D style, you know, it was able to persuade me to try it. And I'm really glad I tried it, because this is a fantastic freaking game, you guys. It was made by Koji Igarashi, the same guy who made Castlevania Symphony of the Night, and my old favorite Metroidvania game, Castlevania Portrait of Ruin. I say old favorite because I think this is my new favorite Metroidvania game. I just love everything about this game. I love the main character, Miriam. I love the art style. I love that it's still pretty challenging. Like, I actually died a couple times playing through this game. My only one complaint really with the game is that there's a handful of moments in it where it's just like, what do I do next? You know, it has those like couple Metroidvania moments, you know, where it's like, where do I go next, or who do I fight next? Other than that, though, really fantastic game. Highly recommend it. Great game.
Number 2.
Alright, so in at number 2 is Fire Emblem Three Houses. So this is a weird game because you could consider this the number 1 pick as well. So the thing is I played this more than the number 1 game, but I don't know which one I liked playing more. So I put 80 hours into this. I played through Blue Lions and Black Eagles campaign. I haven't played through Golden Deer yet, but I will eventually. And I freaking love this game. Like, this game was so incredible. This was the first time in a hot minute that an RPG has just completely enthralled me from beginning to end. And best of all is, like, just playing through one of the campaigns in this game is only like 30 hours. It's pretty short by like RPG standards. Like, my biggest complaint with most turn-based RPGs is they just go on and outstay their welcome. Fire Emblem Three Houses was the perfect length. Okay, like, it was literally the best length for a game like this. So let's see, I also really liked the art style, art direction, I guess, even though it wasn't the best visually speaking game on the Switch. Some of the textures in particularly were pretty bad, like food textures, but it had a good style about it. I really liked the way how criticals played out, how they got like special animations, and how there were special animations for attacks. And I also loved the way how you could decide what each one of your troop was going to be. It was just an incredible freaking game. Pick this game up if you have a Switch and you haven't bought it already.
Number 1.
So, in at number 1, you guys could probably have guessed it if you guys know my channel or know me at all. It's Kingdom Hearts 3. Kingdom Hearts 3 didn't let me down at all. You know, I know some people were disappointed with it, but it didn't disappoint me at all. It was everything I wanted it to be, and then some. And by that I mean it was a Kingdom Hearts game. There was no, like, weird new mechanics that I didn't like, excluding the whole, like, summoning Disney rides. I didn't really care for that too much, but, you know, that was whatever. Let's see, I really just liked, or well, loved everything about this game. The big thing, though, is this felt like they finally mastered more like floaty feeling of Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance and Birth by Sleep. If you've played those games, you probably know what I mean. You know, this game really feels like they finally, like, figured out what they were doing with those systems, or those mechanics and everything. I love the quick air dash. I love that you can just glide permanently. Now, like, I literally start gliding in this game and just never stop. Let's see, visually speaking, this game was just incredible. Total, like, pushes the PS4 to its limit, I'm pretty sure. And still runs, like, fairly well. I think I only encountered, like, 1 or 2 times where this game dipped in frame rate, and it was below 40, you know, like, so this game on regular PS4 only runs at 40 FPS, which is fine, or, well, fine in my opinion. But then there were just a random, like, 1 or 2 times where it dipped, and that was annoying, but, you know, that's whatever. Really, my only real complaint with this game is that there are some, like, pretty bad load times. Like, sometimes I would sit for upwards of 20 to 30 seconds waiting for the next world to load. But other than that, you know, I just really love the game. Alright, so that's going to wrap up my top 5 games of 2019. Like I said, I didn't play or beat a lot of games this year, but you know, for what I played through and what I did play, I liked them. If you guys like this video, like it down below, comment, subscribe, all that good big YouTuber energy stuff, and peace.